Hello, thank you for tuning into my channel. It's WIP It Wednesday for Wednesday, January 22nd, 2020. So if you want to see what I've been working on this week, please stay tuned. This week was pretty interesting in the craft room. I had a couple of little projects going on that I was able to finish. Unfortunately, I can't show them today because I've already given them out, but I will put some pictures up so you can see what I've been working on. The first thing that I did was I made another bear. So if you follow me on Instagram, you have already seen this bear, but I want to put a picture of it right here. It looks just like, or it looks very similar to the other bear, except for I added a little bit of contrasting fabric on the arms and the legs so that you can see each one of those is a little bit different this time. I also went to purchase some safety eyes and safety noses that are more appropriate. I made it for someone's newborn granddaughter who's coming very soon. And so I wanted to put safety eyes instead of buttons so that it would be safer for the youngster once she starts playing with that bear. So I really liked working with those safety eyes. I thought it was super duper cute. And I really liked the way the bear turned out. And when I gave it to her, she just loved it. So I'm really excited about that. Another thing that I worked on was I planned the borders for my baby Bargello quilt. I'm sure that you probably have seen this before, but I'll put a picture of that of this panel here in the video. And when I started making the tutorial about how to plan the borders, I had one idea, but by the time I finished, I had a different idea. I'll link that video in the iCards and in the description so you can go back and check that out. But I thought it was interesting the way that my idea changed as I was working on it. And then another thing about that video is that the final design is not very clear, but I haven't had a chance yet to go back and draw it out on graph paper. But I will do that soon, and I will show you my final plan before I start stitching it together. But that was really neat to work on that because I think this is going to be my next, or one of my next big finishes that is coming up soon, hopefully. Another thing that I did was one of the cheer coaches for our high school asked me to make a bag to hold the 18 by 24 signs, you know, like when they're saying go team and they hold up little signs. And she had a bag and she showed it to me, but it was kind of torn and stuff, and so she asked me to make a bag. So the super simple tote bag strikes again. It was really cool to work on it. I used this fabric for the outside, and it's kind of a knit, really soft fabric, and then I used this black for the lining. And they weren't hard to work with. I was concerned about this one stretching, so I used some interfacing on it. I'm going to insert a picture of that panel with all that interfacing on it because I actually I just used piece after piece after piece after piece and just added them onto the back to actually cover it. So it's kind of the, I guess, the joy of seeing the use in something after you're done with it, because I just held on to that interfacing and finally I had a place that I could use it. The rectangular panel that I started with was 56 inches by 27 inches, and so it was really huge. And I used an 8-inch gusset so that it could hold, I think she said that it has 21, they have 21 signs, so they can all fit in one bag. I'm going to show a picture of the bag here. One concern that I had was that the straps were long, really long. So I figured, number one, that they could just carry it crossover style, which would be fine. And also I took some of those grommets that I had in that gifted haul that I had a few months ago, and I used those to kind of shorten the straps too. So it was neat again something that I wasn't really thinking about how to use, and I was able to use it in a different project. Very cool. Again, you'll see the pictures of, I think I'll put a picture of the before bag and then my bag, just so you can see what I was able to do. And even that pattern, really simple, not hard to put together. I added batting for the straps because I knew that it would be something that they would be carrying around from place to place. But still really simple, no big deal. Just threw it together in a couple hours and it was good to go. Now, while I was doing my bear, because my bear fabric was a little bit finicky, like getting caught in the machine, I decided to do some leader enders. And what I did was I pulled out my African fabrics. And so I've been just kind of piecing for my coins. These haven't been pressed yet. So most of them, they were already had 2 pieces, and then I added a third onto them. And these are, they were different lengths. These were some of the shorter pieces that that were given to me. And what I'll do is probably, when I get ready to cut the larger pieces down, these will probably be closer to the measurements that I use, whatever this measurement is, because it's just the smaller piece that I have. Let's see what else. I'll show all of these. But it's just a wide variety of fabrics that I got from one of my friends in the Quilt Guild. So I want to work on this just a little bit from time to time. I'm not in any hurry to finish, and since if you've been following me, you know that I'm not in want of any new projects or in a hurry to finish anything except for that graduation quilt. So, but yeah, so I just need to press these open. And then there are other fabrics in the box, but they were too wide. So I need to cut them down into smaller strips before I can start piecing them like this. So that's all that's been going on this week. What have you been working on? Leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. I'd love for you to share it with our community. Thumbs up this video, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!